Well, hey mum, kids, family and friends. Here we are again visiting Maitre, a beautiful little island not far from Port Moselle here in New Caledonia. So Maitre is situated on the southwest side of New Caledonia and is the second island that we visit here after Impi, which you would have seen in our previous video. We've been very fortunate in New Caledonia to have terrific weather, and our sail across to Maitre was in the same type of conditions. What struck us immediately when we arrived was the clarity of the water here. It is gin clear and absolutely beautiful. Here one can also see the mooring blocks that the authorities put down, free moorings for boats like us to tie to. And hey, we may not be able to feed chickens here, but we sure can feed fish here. They are everywhere around the boat. And so ends another day. We sat and watched the glowing sun over these bungalows that reach out over the water, which belong to a resort here. But more about the resort later. We want to share our next morning, which was on a beautiful sandy spit to the north of the island. A magnificent area. The entire island is part of a nature reserve. Yeah, this place is incredibly beautiful. It really is beautiful. You know, there's a naturalness about it. They have a big resort here, one of those resorts sort of made of stilt houses, which is great. It doesn't look very busy, but the place still has a beautiful natural feeling to it. And this morning we were just so surprised at how clear the water is around the boat, with huge fish swimming around it, you know. You don't see that in many places, especially here where civilization is coexisting with fish life and nature. What are you finding there, love? The nature reserve status of this island really works. It is very effective. Here we see a cowrie shell, for example. In fact, it's a living cowrie. This is a tiger cowrie, I believe. And there are many other shells which we have not seen many of as living creatures throughout the Pacific. Seen these often, but not sure what this is. Perhaps someone can advise us. Anna's favorites, and these are everywhere here. Yeah, and we saw many sea slugs here. These are beautiful creatures. We're not sure what type this is, but one can look on the Sea Slug Forum. Try saying that fast. Sea Slug Forum. Yes, they have forums for these fellas. Anna loves yoga. Whenever we find beautiful places, I will see her going through various yoga routines. We are in our 50s now, so Anna feels we should leave video shots for younger folks in bikinis. However, I think she does an amazing job at yoga, and I want to dedicate a portion of this video to exactly that. Anna loves yoga. I hope you enjoy. there we go. I tell Anna that I prefer watching her do yoga than me doing it myself. Well, anyway, here we are. It's a beautiful island, a spectacular place as you can see. It makes us want to do things like yoga. It makes me want to do things like watch someone doing yoga. But now it's time to look at other parts of the island. We took the dinghy to a beach up on the northwest side of the island. And here were other dinghies. This footage was taken on a Saturday, and the locals come here to picnic. One can see the picnic area to the right of the beach. So it gets pretty busy here on weekends. Weekdays, of course, are quiet and one has the island virtually to oneself. However, in this busyness, there is also a terrific vibe. And we will see a little later in this video how the other side of the beach is also populated on a weekend with kite surfers. This notice board here indicates a section of the island which is dedicated to kite surfing. However, it doesn't take one long to soon understand and realize that in fact the entire eastern side of this island is dedicated to the use of kite surfers. And here in New Caledonia, kite surfing is big business. The folks here are extremely competitive, and this is a major sport in New Caledonia. I learnt a number of new French words here to add to the vocabulary. I'm not too sure my mother would be proud to hear. Now, does Anna enjoy this beach? Well, yeah, let's do the yoga test. And it's a go. It's a thumbs up. This beach does it for her. As we moved further south on this side of the island, things got a little bit quieter and the beaches were more open and free. However, our peace and quiet was soon to be disturbed as our friend, the man from the land, where the men are men and the sheep are nervous, that's New Zealand, Rob and Carolyn from SV Shenanigan, spotted us and came to greet us. Yeah, Rob sprays me. What a man.
You enjoyed that? Good, very good, man. When are you starting? Well done. Hey? When are you starting? This guy's an expert, man. No. Very good. I can see you know how to control that thing, eh? Yeah, I don't like this kite. Not enough power. Not enough power? No. Oh, man.
Yeah, and with the wind and spray, the girls were getting cold.
These two girls, man, no jackets, they're using Rob's kite now.
My kite's got bumps in it.
Right, so moving from the wild side of the island to the south side of the island, we yet again discover the whole area as being absolutely beautiful. Whilst walking down this beach, we observed a lady who was exceptionally good at windsurfing. She kind of followed us all the way down the beach as we strolled from the one end to the other, and it was really interesting to watch her doing all these maneuvers. I was searching for Anna for a while and discovered her sitting in this tree. I think she just loved sitting here, doing a few yoga exercises, watching people windsurfing, and just absorbing the beauty of this island. Yeah, and here we are at the same beach on a weekday, very few people around, and that is the beauty of sailing. We can stay there for weeks at a time. Some days will be busy, other days will have a few, and many days it will just be the two of us. Here on the island are many sea snakes. They are the most venomous snakes in the world. However, due to their small mouths, they do not pose much of a threat on humans. Let me share a story with you before we go. Before we had become familiar with these snakes, I was nervous of their potential, considering they are the most venomous of all snakes around the world. From on board Impi, Anna spotted one devouring a fish as we were getting ready to lift anchor. I asked her to lower the step into the water and promptly jumped overboard with a GoPro camera so that I could film the fella and share this event with you. However, as I approached, I noticed the snake quickly regurgitate the fish, let go of it, and promptly swim toward me. I was in a panic, yelling to Anna to get those steps submerged, but it was too late for that.
I'm dead serious. You let go of that herring and it came straight at me. Not kidding you, boy.
Never let it be said that I do not share my vulnerable side with the world.